we now have official product pictures of Vram's Pudding-Night Gochizo. Pudding-Night Gochizo. Sorry, let me say that again. Pudding-Night Gochizo. It being a night of pudding. Pudding-Night. Or Puddint. Puddinty? Puddinty. Pudding. I don't know. Here it is. Here it is. The Pud. The Puddint. Gochizo. This is what it looks like. It is exactly as we've seen before. This little dude, and then he flips up. I think we had pictures of him flipping up somewhere. Where did they go? Where did they go? There we go. We got pictures of it flipping up like that, and the eyes getting angry, which I think is hilarious. It does look fucking gigantic on the driver. You're right, Bartbox. Like, it is insane how big it looks, and Vram isn't going to be able to bend down. So I'm excited to see how he fights a little bit, because like I used to have a Superman belt buckle in high school, and I didn't think about like, oh, when I wear the Superman logo on my belt buckle, guess what? If I move any certain way or bend down a certain way, that bottom part just stabbing me in the dong. Stabbing me in the dong the whole time. So like now I'm very cautious around big belt buckles, which is funny because I wear Kamen Rider belts. And so like this is going to be huge. It's so big that it doesn't even look like it's actually sitting on top here. This is 100% photoshopped. Look at this. This is 100% photoshopped, and this tilted forward a little bit because that's not how it sits on top. It's going to sit on top with this back a little bit. So like, I want to measure it next to the Frappies. It might be our biggest Gochizo. It might be as big as the Gachapon, which might be funny. I'm always afraid of items breaking when they're so big. They have to have many different props of this, because there's no way it's just going to sit there and be fine during like fight and action scenes. This is the funniest part. But I want to talk about this. This is part of this right here. So this comes out of the top and can be placed in the, I forgot what this is called, Vram's weapon, or it can also be placed in the Gachar driver. Not the Gachar driver. I'm an idiot. Sorry. The Gabu belt. The Gabu belt in the same way that Frappies can. Frappies does the same thing. Has this little top part that comes out. Boop. Goes back in. Vram breaker. Thank you. And if you don't know any Gabu spoilers / rumors, maybe click off right now, because we're going to talk about a rumor that was going around very, very early on in Gabu. A very, very early rumor. And it makes me look back to this. It makes me look back to this. We had a rumor, and if something specific happens this week, then we'll know. There was a rumor that Jeep is going to become Baki Baki Stick. Check that off the list. Now, the next rumor after that was that Jeep was going to go after Sachika because he realizes that he can't beat Shoma and goes after Sachika. Sachika ends up in the hospital and needs to get some kind of transplant from Vram. Lakia does some kind of transplant on Sachika, which would mean that Sachika would now have a little bit of granite in her. Which also means that Sachika could use a driver, because all of our riders need a little bit of granite. Honto got his, surgery to be part granite, or to have a granite organ in him. Sachika better not die. She's my number one crush. He eats Sachika and makes Sachika Gochizo. No, that is not what I'm thinking. What I am thinking is that something happens to Vram. Sachika gets a transplant, leaving Vram either 1, dead, or 2, unable to fight or henshin. Which leads Dente into making this little Gochizo, this big ass Gochizo for our girl Sachika. And the one thing that makes me think that is I look at this and I see a ponytail here. And I know it's just a cherry on top. But how many times have we gotten, gimmicks that are like metaphors or even homages to something like that? You can't look at this and tell me that that's not a girl Gochizo. You can't look at me and look at me in the eyes and tell me that that's not a ponytail coming off this Gochizo. So, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just saying maybe there is hope for our girl Sachika to become a rider. Maybe this isn't Lakia at all. Maybe this is our girl. Maybe this is our girl being the new Vram. Who knows? But I think it would make a lot of sense based on what we heard. And I didn't believe it either, trust me. And then I saw this. And then I saw this and I was like, huh. That would absolutely make a lot of sense. Like I said, I'm just going off rumors that were like months ago. Rumors from months ago said that Jeep was going to go after her. She was going to get injured and have to get some kind of transplant from Lakia. So if she becomes Vram, bro, I'm all about it. I'm all about it. That would also maybe give a little bit more to these. A little bit more to these Gochizos. If you don't know, these Gochizos are coming out in a pack. And we were wondering what this other green one was. It's literally just another version of the jelly one. These are just dope rooting and the jelly done over again, but by Shoma. They're just actually made by Shoma. So who knows? That would give Shoma. I mean, we've had Shoma and Lakia being friends for a long time now, for like months now. So it's weird that Shoma hasn't created these Gochizos for him, even if Shoma could create these Gochizos for him. But now with the I think it's on the box art for these, right? Do we have it somewhere? I don't know if it's in rumors or leaks. I really need to condense these two channels. Yeah, I think we know that, like, on the box art, like, these ones are next to Vram and these ones are next to Shoma, saying like, hey, Shoma might have made these on his own. That'd be so cool. I really doubt they would kill him to be replaced. I don't know if they kill him or just put him on the fence, put him on the sidelines, and Sachika has to jump in. What if Vram eats a dark treat and Sachika becomes Vram to snap him out of it? That could be very possible too. And even then, it would be one of those 2-episode max appearances. Sure. But at least Sachika gets like something to be a writer. And if she gets that like earned moment of like, hell yeah, you know? And then people can't argue that, 1, she's not a writer. 2, she doesn't deserve it. Yeah, so here's the box art that shows, Shoma and Lakia next to it, even down here. Shoma next to these ones, Lakia next to these ones. The other one's called Prue Jelly, just like the original Prue Jelly and Dope Rooting. So this is Shoma's version of Dope Rooting and Prue Jelly, and then these are Lakia's. These are Lakia's. I don't know, man. Maybe it could be Sachika's. Who knows? Not me, not you. We'll see in a couple weeks.